What's up everyone, we're going to be going through the best NBA player props on Prizepicks today. Now I did want to show you the results from yesterday's picks from my exclusive Discord group, and as you guys see, we actually got 15 picks correct, which was absolutely insane. So we're on a huge hot streak, but if you want to get 15 picks right like me, win more bets and receive the best picks from some of the best bettors in the world for less than a cup of coffee, you can access the exclusive Discord and meet some of the best sport bettors in the game by joining my Patreon, which should be linked down below in the description. Once you join, you'll have complete access to the Discord and can start winning more bets today. So make sure to join my Patreon using the link in the description. And here's one of our members who just signed up and won himself $500 just yesterday. Another member who won $300 for the 6th day in a row since joining my Discord. So guys, if you want to win big money like our members, the link will be in the description. So go join the Patreon to have access to the Discord group. And I will be continuing to upload every single day on this channel, the best bets and props. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss my daily uploads. All right, so let's get straight into the first pick. And when it comes to these picks, I'm not saying to chuck all of them in the parlay and hope for the best. Pick and choose the ones that you like and the ones that work best for you. So first we're going to be talking about is Jalen Brunson for 36.5 points, ribs, and assists, and this one is for less. Now look at Jalen Brunson. We've actually seen him go on the under in 3 out of the last 5 games, and they do face off against none other than the Toronto Raptors. Now as you all know, when we look at the Toronto Raptors, we do see that they rank 25th in points allowed. On top of that, moving on into assists allowed, we do see that they rank 15th, and then rebounds allowed, Toronto Raptors rank higher as they do rank 10th. So they rank pretty mid-tier in all 3 categories, but for that reason, we definitely still like the under for this situation due to the fact that Toronto Raptors do a really good job at restricting points, rebounds, and assists to the point guard position, which is what Jalen Brunson is. Now, Jalen Brunson consistently over the last 5 has gone more likely on the under, and his average over the last 5 is 34.4. So slightly under this line, and because of that, we definitely see him going on the under once again. He did have a big game where he did have 45 in points, rebounds, and assists, but that was against Detroit, who do allow a lot of those, stats to the guard position. But now with a tougher matchup like Toronto, who really focus in on stars and really focus in defensively on the point guard position, we definitely see someone like Jalen Brunson struggling and going on the under here. Now, when we look at also on top of that, what the bookies are saying, the bookies also have a favorite for the under as well. So that definitely works out in our favor there. So because of that, Jalen Brunson for 36.5 points, ribs, and assists for less, I think is a great pick. Now, getting into the next one, we're going to be talking about another player on the Knicks, and that is OG Anunoby. Now, guys, you do also have to remember this is the only game for today, so there are still great picks, however, and we're going to be going with OG Anunoby for actually points and rebounds. So this one is a points and rebounds one for actually 23.5, and this one actually is for less. Now look at OG Anunoby. We've actually seen him go on the under in 4 out of the last 5 games, and they do face off against, like we talked about, the Toronto Raptors. Now look at the Raptors. They do also rank, like we mentioned, 25th in points allowed, and then rebounds allowed, they do rank 10th. So they rank a little bit higher in that category. Now when it comes to OG Anunoby, he is a great player, but on top of that, coming into this game, we definitely see him going on the under due to the fact that not only do Toronto rank very high when it comes to restricting rebounds, but we don't expect OG Anunoby to have a great scoring game in this matchup. He doesn't have the highest usage rate in this team, a decent usage rate at that, but we definitely see him going on the under as Toronto do a really good job, especially against the small forward position. So OG as well, over the last 5, he hasn't been able to really stay consistent and go on the over. He's likely gone on the under over the last 5, and his average over the last 5 for that is only 19. So definitely, with all those things being said, OG Anunoby, his average over the last 5 significantly under this line. We don't see his usage rate being there and being at a rate where we like it to see him go on the over, and that's why we are sticking to the under here. Like we mentioned before, when we look at what the bookies are saying, the bookies also have a favorite for the under as well, so that works out in our favor. But overall, I definitely see someone, like OG Anunoby going on the under here due to the fact that his usage rate in this team isn't the highest, as you have players like Karl-Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson, and others that may take away from his usage rate coming into this game. So because of that, definitely keep an eye out for the other for this one. So OG Anunoby for 23.5 points and revs for less, I think it's a great pick. Now getting to the next one, we're going to be talking about Jakob Poeltl. So Jakob Poeltl, another player, or great player at that, for the Toronto Raptors, however, and this one is none other than points, revs, and assists for 28.5, and this one is for more. Now we look at Jakob Poeltl. We've actually seen him go in the over in 4 out of the last 5 games, which is great to see. And they do face off against the New York Knicks, who do rank 10th in points allowed. On top of that, they also rank, when it comes to assists allowed, they do rank 14th, and then rebounds allowed, they also do rank, pretty different, as they rank first. So because of that, although New York Knicks do rank pretty consistent or in that mid-tier to high tier in all 3 categories, a big reason why we do like the over, however, is that when it comes to Jakob Poeltl, he is a center, and New York Knicks really struggle against the center position. So because of that, we definitely see him going on the over in this situation here. We see him taking advantage of this, and when it comes to Toronto Raptors, they are a little bit of a faster paced team than the New York Knicks, and we are actually expecting Toronto to speed up the pace of New York Knicks coming into this game. So for that reason, we are sticking to the over for this situation here, especially when it comes to Jakob Poeltl, who has been playing fantastic. On top of that, when we also look further, we also do see that not only has Jakob Poeltl been playing great, but on top of that, his average over the last 5 is also 28.4, so significantly above this line, which is great to see there. So for that reason, we definitely are sticking to the over for this situation here. So Jakob Poeltl, 28.5 points, rebounds, and assists. 4 more, I think, is an absolute steal.